Alright girls, so this is the final look of the brows today. I hope you girls enjoy. If you girls want to see this makeup look here, let me know. Comment down below. Give this video a like. And you know, I will probably do this shit for you girls. I will be back soon. You know it, honey. Alright guys, so I have no makeup on my face right now. I always do my brows first before I do any application of makeup, only because I feel like it's more easier and much more faster for me to just correct my brows rather than to be a little bit more careful. Even if my face is beat, I still have to clean up my brows. And I just don't want concealer all over my makeup, and it's just gonna be a whole lot of mess, honey. So the products that I use for my brows are the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Kit. So this is a brow kit that I bought a while back ago. It has all the shades, but obviously if you do makeup on yourself, you do not need to spend so much money just for a whole brow palette. I mean, it's so unnecessary. So just get your own shade color. She sells her shades in singles. So the shade that I usually use is ash brown. So my brows are extremely dark. They are pretty much black, but obviously I am not going to use a black shadow for my brows. I don't want them to be more harsh than they are now. So I mean, these are my brows now. They are naked. Obviously, you don't have to use the exact products that I use. I only use powders for my brows. Use anything that you need. NYX has some good brow stuff. Milani has some good brow stuff. I mean, anything that works for your. So here are my 3 brushes that I constantly use for my brows. The first one is an angled brush. It's by MAC Cosmetics, and it's a 266 brush. So this is one of my favorite angled brushes to do on brows. It's very flat, it's very thin, it's very stiff. It honestly gives me the precise brows that I want. The brush helps control the product that I get from the product. Another thing is a concealer brush. This is a random brush that I got from Walgreens like years ago, and I still have this thing. I'm not letting this go until this thing falls off of me or something, but it's still my favorite. And then the last thing I'm going to have is a spoolie, which is, you know, a little comb to really brush out your hairs and get them into place. The last thing I have is my Smashbox water primer. And again, I'll show you girls what I mean when I use this, so stay tuned. So first thing you want to do is just brush down your hairs just to keep them in place before we apply any product on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my B Bella spoolie. This is the angled spoolie 125, and I'm just going to brush up my hairs. I'm just grabbing some product, the ash brown, on my angled brush, the 266 by MAC. And what I do first is I start in the middle of the brow and then work my way out, kind of outlining my brow first. Start in the middle because the most product is placed in first, so it's going to be a little bit heavy at first. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to move the product upwards, kind of filling in the brow, and just start connecting the top line of the brow. And then again, same thing, work my way out. Whatever is left, I'm just going to bring it in to the front of the brow. So I want the darkest part of my brow to be behind here, and then the front part of the brow to be a little bit more lighter. I'm going to take my spoolie and I'm just going to brush out the product just to soften it up a bit. Now, I don't use a pomade for my brows. I mean, my brows are already thick as it is. I think the pomade is great for anyone who has no brow or who has a lot of empty areas of the brow. So next, I'm taking my MAC Studio Fix Concealer in NC20 and taking my flat concealer brush, and I'm just now going to start carving out my brows with the concealer. Now this concealer is lighter than my skin tone. The reason for this is because I want an extra highlight under my brow bone area. I usually don't apply any brow bone color whenever I do my eyeshadow. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but because, I mean, sometimes I get away with it because of the lighter shade of this concealer. But again, for beginners, just try using a color that's close to your skin tone. So I'm going to start from the beginning. I use a lot of concealer, so I just like that extra coverage. Since I use a lot of concealer, I can use this amount just to cover my whole eyelid and use it as a base for eyeshadow. Now I'm taking a fluffy blender. This is from Bella Cosmetics, 124 Pro Blender. Here comes the extra step where I really sharpen up my brows. I use a Smashbox water primer to damp my brush. So what I'm going to do is spray this brush, get it damp. Oh, fuck. Grab some product with my damp brush. And what this is going to do is it's going to give me the same effect as if I'm using a pomade. Since the pomade is a little bit thicker, it's going to give me that same texture. As you can see the difference, the powder is on the other side and this is the one with the spray. This is it, the final product of my brows. I'm going to do my makeup real quick and then show the final result, and I'll be right back.